is Cole Fleechek, and today I will be giving my TechCom proposal. Just a brief overview before I begin. I will be covering the two main parts of my TechCom proposal that I'll be talking about, as well as a couple of game examples, and then I will finally go over the conclusion where I'll just kind of sum everything up. But before we begin, something that kind of drove me while I was thinking of this proposal is the fact that TechCom needs to change. The main reason for that is that we go to, we all are engineers or whatnot, and we go to our math classes, and we learn by, practicing these and making mistakes, and then learning from those mistakes, and then that's, how we get better at what we do. But with TechCom, we write an essay or an instructional speech, and we only find out what we did wrong after the fact. And so, the first part of my TechCom proposal is to actually get this system where we can fix our mistakes into the classroom more so. The second part of my TechCom proposal, if you weren't here or you weren't paying attention, is to change the grading system to one that is more of a experience grade bar. So everybody starts out at 0 and then you work your way up from there. Just to go into more depth here, rewriting assignments, which will then, like I said before, give students a chance to learn from their mistakes and fix what they've done wrong. Something else to mention with that is that you can already do this. You can go to Professor Adkins, or you can go down to the tutors in the libraries, and they'll review your work for you. But nobody does this because there's no motivation to do it, or you can't see the benefits. And because of that, that's why I have the second part, which is the experience grade bar. Is it makes these benefits that you get from, editing your work and reviewing it more apparent, and it also allows for more flexibility with, the games that you would incorporate in class. Alright, so my first game is called Going the Extra Mile, and basically what this is every student will have to write a mandatory email to an upset customer at a company. After that, the students are completely optional to stop or not. But if they continue to go, they will get, various levels of, writing one email, 2 or 3. And for each of those levels, they'll get increasingly better rewards for that. However, here's the kicker, is that if your email is not up to the professor's satisfactory, like it's too short, or it doesn't answer the question, you automatically lose all of your bonus points. And that sounds kind of harsh, but it's again, orientated towards making it so students go in, get their work reviewed, and then they can, learn from that. The second game is called How to Get a Job 101, and this is mainly to emphasize the flexibility that an experience grade bar, presents itself. What this does is it uses a separate grade bar from the overall course grade, and it then allows as you can see, students who fail to complete a resume or fail to complete their cover letter or whatnot, it's going to hurt them more than if they didn't do it now, because resumes and cover letters are something we all need to know before we get out of this class. The final game is probably my favorite, because all of us have been in this situation where we're a couple points away from getting that next letter grade, and it's the end of the semester and there's nothing we can do about it. What this game does is it automatically starts as soon as you get within 15 points of a grade letter. And what it requires you to do is to write a completely another assignment that we've already done in class. Just quick show of hands, how many of you would rewrite the instructional speech if you only got 3 extra credit points for it? 1, 2. Alright, now same question, how many of you would rewrite an instructional speech for 3 extra credit points if you knew it was the difference between a B and an A? Way more hands. Even though it's only 3 extra credit points, you're still more motivated to do it. And this also emphasizes how that grade bar makes seeing what each and every point does for you as you move through the class. Alright, just to reiterate, the two main parts of my proposal are making sure that students are learning the material by, fixing their mistakes, and rather than having them make mistakes, then get graded on it, and then now it's too late. And like I said earlier, this is something that you can do now, but nobody is doing it anyway because the motivation just isn't there, which then, brings in the second part of my tech comp proposal of having that grade bar and having the versatility that comes with it. If you try to pick these two pieces apart, you're going to find that they're both, completely worthless. Rewriting assignments, that's something you can do now, and it's not working. The experience grade bar, yeah, it would be useful if you had it, but at the same time, you're still not addressing the issue of students not learning in the classrooms. And so that's why I gave you the examples of the games that shows how those things kind of cooperate and work together, and so that you overall get a much better tech comm experience. And with that, I yield my time to questions.
In the home stretch part, how many assignments could you redo? Is there a limit on that?
It's basically just like, so if you redid a letter assignment to go from like a D to the C level, then you wouldn't be able to do the letter assignment, for future assignments. So that way, like, as the course goes on and you get later into the semester, you start to have to do longer assignments to go from like a B to an A rather than from the F to the D. And again, it only gives you enough points just to get to the letter. So 3, 10, 7.5, whatever it is.
Any other questions?
You mentioned working with the professor more closely. Would it also count if a student revised their assignments with like the tutors down in like the TLC?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, is that the games were designed so that you do have this extra motivation to get them corrected, whether it's from your peers, the professor, tutors, whoever, as long as you are learning what you're doing wrong.